Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to continue looking at different ways of using music. So what I want to do today is create a page with a simple design element, once again using a page of music from my hymnal. Hymnals, if you didn't see the last video, they're a great place to get music. They're more readily available than actual music sheets, so it's a wonderful tool. For this one, what I want to do, let me just show you. This is one of my books that I have pages I've been working on. And we're going to be doing, here's what I made yesterday. If you haven't seen that, it's just sweet. It's lovely. Made it from a music page. I'll put the link above if you haven't seen that yet so you can see it. And especially if you feel like you want to make something like that. Anywho, we're going to be working on this page here. So what I want to do, I want to use my music paper to make two edges for my pages right here, and then create just simple pages to use for my journal's writing. So what you want to do, you want to grab a piece of your music paper, and in my case I'm using hymnal. Grab a ruler. Any ruler would do. This particular one has little ridgings cut out on it. It's made to give you more of a deckled edge for ripping. And that's what I want to do here, but whatever type of ruler will work great. So I'm going to go right up to the edge. I like seeing the little music pieces right there, so I'm going to go close to that, and I'm just going to hold down my ruler and pull that up. Now if you can see there, see how the edges give a little rippled look? That's what that ruler does. And here, let me just show you a normal ruler. It makes wonderful edges too. So anyway, options, so many options. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my page over, and then I'm going to once again use that edge, the edge that has the staff on it. And I'm going to go ahead and rip. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to go ahead and rip once again my edge piece. I'm not measuring it. You can measure it if you want it just perfect. You can also do it so it's like it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. I think that would look really cool. Okay, so now we have some edge pieces. We're going to be placing them on both sides. Let's see. I've got too many options down here right now. We're going to be placing them on both sides of this paper. Now, this one has a little bit wider edge. I don't want that so much. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and rip this by hand, creating a nice distressed edge. And then actually I'm going to, while I'm at it, I'm going to do this edge too. Just pull off some of that white, and they'll look nice together. Okay, so I've got my two edges right here, and they're going to go right along there. Now my page is just a little bit longer, so I'm going to eyeball it and figure out where I want to just kind of cut off that page at. So I have a little rip. Before I lay it down, I think I want to do a little bit of distressing with this. I kind of feel like I'd like to add some other color to it as well. You know, it's just maybe some pinks or something that's in the book. So before I finish this page, I can guarantee you there's going to be pink or blue. It's got both of those in here. It's got a beautiful kind of a grayish blue going on, but it just adds a little color and life to the page. I have those two there. What I would like to do now is do a little bit of stamping on the page to take away from just the simplicity of the page. Now this has been, it's not been coffee dyed, but I have gotten it wet and then process it in the oven to give it that rippled look so that when you turn the pages you get that wonderful crunch. So it has the divots in the page. See, it's not a normal flat piece. Like that would be a flat piece, right? It's not like that. It's got the divots, but I'd like to give it a little bit more personality. So I'm going to grab one of my stamps. I'm going to grab this set. This is from Finnabar, and it's got just a lovely array of things in there. Okay, so I'm going to do a little stamping before I place this down. I'd like to do a butterfly. I'm just going to use the distressed on this. So right in the middle, and then here's another butterfly. This one's cool. It says dare to spread your wings. And it's going to be the matching one over on this side. Perfect. I'm going to put these up here so I can see what they're going to look like. So this comes with 2 word stamps. I'm going to go ahead and use them here. This one says don't forget to fly. And I'm going to put that at the top. Oops. I'm going to put that at the top of this page. Now, if I were smart, I would grab a stamp block to be doing this with instead of just kind of like going by the seat of my pants. But I kind of roll like that. It's one of the beauties of junk journals. It's what I love about it. So I'm just going to roll. And this one says dare to spread your wings. And I'm going to place that at the bottom like that. Perfect. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to take a word stamp and lightly stamp just around, just to create movements on the page. Nothing too bold, but just adding a little bit more of a distressed look. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and place my my music parts. Music parts, that sounds funny, doesn't it? Glue them down. So I'm going to leave just a little ridge at the edge, like that. So there's a little bit of the white showing. So, nope. There we go. This is what I'm looking for, this one. So I've got that positioned. I haven't ripped off the edges yet to really get it a size for this page. That looks good. Gonna go with it. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there. So what's nice about this page and about this music, I got that entire book. For the most, I paid 99 cents for it. Let's say even if I spent $2 on it, it has hundreds of pages in there, and this is just a little portion of the page, and so it just cost me pennies to create a look for these pages that I'm doing right now. Now I am using my stamps, but many of you probably have just a multitude of stamps in your stash. If not, you can also find them oftentimes at the thrift store or on sale. Oops, I'm missing one. On sale at your hobby shop. Okay, now that I have that there, I'd like to add the color that I talked about. These work out just wonderfully as watercolors. I'm going to use this color set because I do want the pinks or the blues in there, and they're both in this container. These come in sets of 4. You can get them at your hobby shop, or you can get them on Amazon, you know, something like that. So what I'm going to do, this is just my little palette that I use. I might want it darker, but first I'm going to try this really light pink. This one's called Spun Sugar. Doesn't that just sound lovely? So I'm going to put some down there, and then I'm going to grab my water bottle, just give it a little bit of a squirt to moisten it up, and then I'm going to grab a paintbrush, and I'm going to paint in here. So it is adding a little bit of blush of a pink, but I think I also want more. I think I'm going to use a darker as well as a lighter pink. So I'm going to lay that down there. Lay a little bit more of this down. A lot more of that. And do my water trick. Okay. So now that's better. So now it commands more attention there. So I'm finding if I dip a little bit in both of them, because this one is such a bold one, and I want this one here just a little bit lighter because it has the words on it. So while I'm at it, what I would like to do is bring pink along the pages and perhaps along the music a little bit. So I'm going to just kind of move my brush around and just create some random movement and motion. I don't mind it looking messy, you know, just having a free-flowing look to it, because that's kind of what air and movement and fluttering is like. So I don't really mind that look. So I'm just kind of go with that. Get a little bit more of the edge there, and then more edge there. Okay. So now what I want to do is still add some of the blue tones in there. So this one is Shaded Lilac. So it's got some purple. It's a purple blue. So let's bring that in, and it just creates a little bit more balance to the page, I would say. All right. So I want to still be able to write on this page, so I don't really want to do a ton of activity there. So you can see what that looks like here and what it looks like there. I think what I want to do is add a little bit more brown tone. And so I'm going to take this, get me a little brown on there, and then just kind of bring my brown in there to just kind of lower down the temperature. See that page, and then you see that page. So what I also think I would like to do is add a stream of twine along this little edge right there that's sticking out. Right here. Just gives it a little bit more personality, a little bit more texture, and there's just nothing to it. Like that. I'll do it on this side. Like that. So I have a little pocket here, and I think what I would like to do is create a little page to pull out. So I'm going to fold that and see how tall I want it. I want it going to about there. I have this little critter in there. I like that look. Then what I think I want to do is add a little something at the top there that's sweet. So this is just a little bit of a leftover a cupcake liner. And I scrunched it, and I'm going to put it right there. This is a leftover piece of lace. And I'm going to put that right at the back of this, sticking out. Because it is talking about flying, I think it would be nice to use some feathers right in here. Put some glue. And I think it would be nice with one of our little Tim Holtz people. in here. Just got to find the right one. That's a fan. Maybe. I like her over here on the edge, so I'm going to put her down. And then I want to break the edge of this. I want to put things on there that bring your eye, that just create a little bit more interest on that spot. I don't want it completely, I don't want it plain. I think a little bit of this would be good with a little bit of lace on the top. Not so much of this though. I think I then want a button. Okay, so I'm going to use my stapler for this. Kind of has a school feel to it, doesn't it? Getting a stapler in there. So I'm going to gently bring it in, staple it on. Now I want to put a button right on the top. Before that dries, I think I want to put a couple pieces of this gray twine right underneath it. I like the look of it. Now, once again, do a little cleanup. I just found another little scrap of lace. I'm going to add that at the top right there. It just collaged up and creates another layer. It covers up my wonderful music notes, but I just like the look that it does and the movement that it creates. Now I would like to find something to put right there as well. Maybe it needs to just be this. You know, I like just a little bit of this cheesecloth coming out from here because it breaks the line of the butterfly there. Just a little bit, not a lot. And I think I'm going to put some brown in here. So let's bring out my... I want to tone down that butterfly a little bit. Another thing I can do... Oops. Another thing I can do is just bring some paint and white, bring white over instead of brown. But I think I just want brown. So I'm going to break up some of the lines of this paint, of this ink by using this paint. So you'll see different intensities of the color through the paint. Just makes it a little more interesting. It's something subtle that the eye sees, so it lingers a little longer. Alright, I think that's what I want there. Now, let's get that brown on there. Just a little bit. Alright, so what I'm doing, I'm just placing a little bit of brown around the edges of my stamp and my gal. Alright, I'm going to try adding just a little bit of grunge here. This piece will work. It's another scrap. I'm telling you, I'm just such a... I'll see something and I'll pick it up and I'll see if it works. It's just how I roll. I'm going to put that one right there. I don't want to do a lot on this, but I want to break this edge because it's just such a stark edge. And so this is just a little scrap from the edge of the hymnal. I'm going to place that along it so the eye just breaks up a little bit and it looks a little bit more natural. The other thing I'm going to do is take this, I've got little fuzzies, and just add a little bit of smudging so it has activity going on. And then I think that's kind of what I want to do for this page. So I've got this. This will pull out. One thing I want to do here, I haven't done. I want to take white paper and put it in the inside there. There's a little scrap I've got. I'm going to place it in there so that it can actually be written on. A little note. Let's give the paper some personality. Glue it on. It would have been really cute if I did like the other one and sewed it first, but you know, you don't have to do that every time. Okay, I've got it folded again, and then I'm going to tuck it back in this little spot. Okay, there is my page using the music, just in a simple way along the side, and then just building up the page around it. It's a page that has activity, it has things to look on it, but yet there's still area just fully able to write personal thoughts and ideas on it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this other use of using music. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow and I'll have something else for you. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for tuning in and watching. I have some other videos if you want to check them out and see, and I will talk to you later. Bye.